Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I am Panpops and I like to bring you blockchain gaming and crypto related content. For today's video, we are jumping back into the sandbox and in particular Game Maker, and I'm going to be giving you like a short little tutorial about NPCs and NPC behaviors in Game Maker. If you are new here, don't forget to like and subscribe. Click that notification bell so you can be notified when I upload brand new videos. Also, if at any point you have any comments, questions, you want me to look into another crypto game that isn't the sandbox, then leave a comment down below. Have you looked at Game Maker? Game Maker is a free-to-use software, by the way. Are you interested in getting involved in the Metaverse? Are you interested in building experiences but you don't know how to code? Then the Game Maker's no-code software may be for you. I never thought I'd be able to create a game, but with the Sandbox's Game Maker, I have actually been able to build out games. So I am here to help you with that. If there is a tutorial or something you'd like me to cover in one of these videos, also leave a comment. But let's jump into it. So here we are. I've already set out a little scene here. I've got all of the logic set up for what we're going to be doing, so I will talk through that, but I'm not really going to be doing it step by step. So I'll show you everything and what you may need to do and play around with. We also, in our gameplay, we also have an objective, so this is a quest that will pop up when we're playing. The first thing I'm going to do is, with 0.12, there have been new behaviors added for NPCs to give them sort of a more, to give them more dynamics within Game Maker and make them feel a little bit more alive in your experiences. They still have like the usual, so you'd want to be on behaviors and you're on NPC. So you choose NPC within the behaviors. And then they've got modules, which is the standard one is walk. So you could just have them walk. You can have them start walking when a message is played. You can adjust their walking speed, their walking zone, performance pathfinding. You can toggle that on or off. As you can see here, I've got this one that's just doing a walk in like this area, and then I have an NPC up here also with walk that goes up and down this section. So you can really adjust their walking areas. Now, one thing that I do want to mention, I am doing this on a single player experience, but if you are creating a multiplayer experience, you may want to toggle your NPC's collisions to off. This is just kind of a good habit to get into, which is when you select your NPC, you can have no collisions plus gravity. So if they are walking in a space you might want, and I do suggest you turn those collisions off. The reason I say this is because how the servers work when you are loaded into an experience with other players, so a multiplayer experience, where I see an NPC might not actually be where the server sees the NPC. So if you've got lots of people in the game at the same time, like one person might be seeing one of the NPCs in one place, you might see them in another place, and the server is seeing either one of those two people's instances of where that NPC is. But if collision is turned on, then what you are going to get is invisible collisions where the server actually thinks that the NPC is, regardless of where it looks like it is on your screen. Now, over to our one that we've got set up here. So we've got this lovely lady here, the NPC behaviors here. We can have an NPC flee, we can have them gather, heal, walk, or they can follow. So I'm going to show you how you can have an NPC follow you, but I've added a little bit more to it. So we're going to have the NPC follow you to a set location, and then once they reach that location, which is going to be our quest objective, they're going to thank you for being there, and then they are going to like disappear as if they've walked into the store. Now, there are other things that you can do with your NPCs. You can have them like on a platform. You can have them like walk to a certain area, and there's lots of other things that we can do here to make like your games a little bit more dynamic, as if like you've spoken to a character and then that character walks to another location and things like that. But for this in particular, I just want to show you guys how you can take the follow and sort of like link that to some quests and have a character follow, stop following, and all of that. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to have our character, and we're going to have a logic over here next to our character. So our character is going to have the follow, so we're going to give it the behavior NPC, and then we're going to, this will automatically be like walk. We're going to add follow and then remove walk, because we don't want them walking around. I want this character to be in this set location. Over in components, I'm going to add a toggle. And this toggle is a turn off message, which is arrive, because we're going to have it turn off the follow. So we're using this toggle to turn off the character following us, this NPC to arrive at the location, and then we want the following to be turned off. And we're also going to add the tag lady to this. Now you can add whatever tag you want that makes sense. This character's name is Lady Lustwood, so I've tagged her as Lady, but you know, you can name it man, one, citizen, person, animal, monster, whatever, objective one, whatever you need to tag for it to make sense for your game, that's what you do. Next, we're having a logic donut right here. This logic donut is our asker. We are going to go up to it where the behavior is an asker. It's going to be interact. Because it's next or in front of the character, when we go up to talk, it is going to be as if we're talking to that character. You know, we've got the speaker's name, put whatever name it is for you, messages interact. The question, can you take me to the general store? Yes, follow me, and then no. Once we answer yes, follow me, it will send a message, follow. If we choose no, these are default. They're always default to A1, A2, A3, A4. A2, which doesn't send a message anywhere at this point, but nothing there. We have also added, again, a toggle to this. And turn off message is follow. And then because if we choose no, we want our players to be able to go back and pick up that quest. So we want it to be if someone's gone up to it, it's like, no, I don't fancy doing that quest. They can say no, but they can go back and talk to them again. But once they have spoken to them, we want the message to be turned off. The turn off message is follow, because that's the message being sent. So that is what is accepting the quest. And then initial behavior state true, because we want everything turned on instead of being turned off straight away. Once again, from now on, we're just using logic donuts. We're just using the logic donuts. And trigger volume. Specific tags, we're going to do a component trigger volume to specific tags. This is why you need a tag that makes sense. You can choose a sphere or box, doesn't really matter. Detection range, you can adjust that to be whatever range you want it to be. And then include tags. So whatever you're taking in there that's going to trigger that message is the tags that you want. So I've tagged it as lady, that's the tags I'm adding there. Enter message. So when that tag enters this area, it is going to send a message, and it's going to send the message arrive. And if you remember before, we had it so the toggle is arrive. So whatever you have to be your enter message is what you want to be your turn off message for the following. Message, enter message to be the same as your toggle for turning the follow off. Okay, and this is going to broadcast all, and I don't think we've touched anything else. So we've got trigger volume, which is for specific tags, the tag that we have added to our NPC that is following us, and then the enter message is arrive, whatever you have put as the toggle for your NPC to arrive. Next up is going to be another asker. Now, technically, you can place this anywhere. I like to place it near the area that, you know, we're in, but technically this could be placed anywhere on the map. If you want to hide your logic in a set place, you can. So this is an asker. Message required. So this, we don't want this to be an interact. We want this to automatically play as soon as we get a set message. So this is actually message and it's arrived. So because our enter message is arrive, we want our message required to be arrive. We want our message required to be arrive. And then speaker name, same as whatever you've named your NPC. Question, and then an answer, you are welcome. And then the message to be sent for, I've only given it one option. There's no second option. So Q1, which is quest 1, is the message I want sent. Now this Q1 is going to trigger our void. Our void is going to kill our NPC. Activation mode on receive message. Message required Q1. Quest 1, Q1, it's whatever you decide to name for the end of this asker. We're not destroying any blocks. Asset destruction, only destroy from list. Only destroy from list. We're then going to click here and it will show you your options of who you can choose, assets that you can choose. So you're going to choose whatever NPC it is that you wish to get rid of. And that's the end of that section. Over in our gameplay, real easy. We've called the quest follow. To unlock the quest, the message follow needs to play. Now, if you remember rightly, when we accept the quest, that is what goes here. So whatever your acceptance to allowing the NPC to follow you is what we put here. And then it auto launches. I've put the quest type as asset def. Asset to watch is the NPC that it's killing. And then quest completion is auto-complete. Now we're going to jump in and make sure that this all works. I'm going to go up. Can you take me to the general store? Let's just say no. Now, no quest appears. The character isn't following us. And we can go back and we can ask, yes, follow me. So we can get her to follow. I can go back to the chair. I can't talk. I can't do any of that. So we can just get her to follow us. We've got to take her to the general store. We get over here. Straight away, when we're in that area, thank you for bringing me to the store. We say, you are welcome. We've answered that. So as soon as we clicked you're welcome, it sent a message. And from there, it destroyed the NPC, who's now gone into the general store, we can assume. And it completed our quest. Hopefully this video has helped you understand a little bit more about the NPCs. I know it's not been like a huge breakdown of going into like loads of detail. I do want to try and keep these videos somewhat short so you can sort of learn how to do like something in particular while giving you like ideas for other things that you can try and do. So definitely do hop into GameMaker 0.12, play around with those NPCs and the new modules that you can add to them, whether it is fleeing, healing, following, and let me know how you do in the comments. Check out some of these videos, don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the Metaverse. I'll see you soon.